On this virtual tour stop, I'm showing you the burn component of the Shelterwood and burn approach. So remember, the burn that's done in the Shelterwood and burn is primarily done to try to balance out the ratio of oak to other hardwood species that have regenerated following the basal area reduction. So, you know, that basal area reduction cut, that shelter that's retained on the site, it really is, you know, supposed to provide enough light for oak, but not so much light that the other species come back. But in reality, those other species come back. And plus you have shade-tolerant species like American beech and red maple and stuff like that that you're going to be fighting anyway. So that burn, really what it's supposed to do is take advantage of the relative fire tolerance of oak compared to those others. And I understand that that's a messy statement. I will post a publication you should read in the comments section that kind of gets into how, you know, the timing of the burn, the season of the burn, the intensity of the burn all kind of plays into that. It's complicated, and oak can still be killed by fire is the Cliff Notes version of it. But let's take a look and see what the burn in this site did. So we have some oak reproduction. That's actually, this is a maple. This thing's toast. We top killed it, that's fine. This right here actually is an oak, and that appears to have been top killed. Same with this one, but we're already seeing oak starting to sprout. This red maple though, if we want to take a look at just the sheer size, this is a stump sprout that came up following the improvement cut, or I guess the Shelterwood harvest on this site. That initial entry, reducing it down from like 150 square feet to about 80 to 90 from below. That's a stump sprout. But if you see the size of those stems, we can look up and see that that thing still has foliage. It's fine. That thing survived the fire. But yeah, just generally looking around, you can see it did a pretty good job. It killed a lot of the stuff, top killed it at least. But you know, your larger stems that regenerated in here over the last 6 or 7 years, they survived that fire. So that's something to keep in mind when talking about the timing of the burnout here with this kind of Shelterwood and burn technique. But again, the thing that I would stress is it kind of comes down to the ratio of how many oaks you have compared to the other species, and how competitive the size of those species in relation to each other. So with that, I'll shut off and make a video in an area where they feel they had those ratios worked out correctly, and went ahead and moved forward with some overstory removal.